coming.
Yeah. Hey everyone, Kevin the Toy Smuggler here. Got my daughter. She's peeking in on us, which is a shocker. Normally when you turn the camera on, she runs. So today we're going to be talking about replica championship wrestling belts. I have a couple of them here, for example, today. I wish I had the other one that kind of, there's a WWE remake replica of their newer belt, in which I got to hold it up there at Battlegrounds. And that's what kind of got me stirred on to do this little video here. And one of the things I was wanting to talk about, I was involved in professional wrestling for 21 years, and I actually held 17 legitimate championship title belts myself. So I've had my hands on a lot of belts, and I've actually picked up the original AWA tag team belts, and I've held them in my hand. I've held the national heavyweight title belt in my hands, and I've actually picked up the 10 pounds, not the 10 pounds ago, but the real version of this right here. And pretty much what I'm going to be talking to you about is the different grades of wrestling belts that they have, and the reason why you get what you pay for. In the two examples I got here, this one's going to be a slightly cheaper model, which is still a very good quality belt. This one is actually a lot heavier than the WWE version that I'm going to be talking about. Everyone's seen them. They got sold, if I'm not mistaken, Target. They were Toys R Us exclusive. So everyone has seen those versions of those. And I think they were anywhere between $100 to $150. I want to say they was pushing $150 and stuff. But like I said, this one right here is a replica of the NWA/WCW, which finally went to WWE at that point. And you can see the details here are very nice. This belt does look nice on the wall. I don't have a glass clay. I do not. They come in these little bags. I'll show you guys here in a minute. But this one does display very well. I keep them in the bag because I don't want them to tarnish. And I do not want them to, watch out, baby girl. I do not want them to get, when you get too much layers of dust on here, when you go to get the dust off, you tend to scratch this vac gold that's on this stuff. But as you can see here, I think this is roughly a $300 belt, if I'm not mistaken. Very nice. And like I said, that's the difference versus a $300 belt versus a $150 belt. The weight is probably, the weight is probably twice as much versus the WWE version. And the biggest clue is real leather that are on these things. This is like a lizard skin on the back of this, and they're actually the leather pieces. I don't know if the camera can show that. They're actually stitched together, which is a huge difference. And versus the WWE versions, you are looking at roughly, it's called a composite leather. So this is two different kinds of leather. And plus two, it is actually have a stamp effect on the leather. You see that design there? And this is still not even a high grade leather at a $300 one, because this to kind of give everyone a idea. If you got an official belt made by like David Mulligan, so to speak, or Reggie Parks. That's the two guys who are the most famous in the last probably 50 years, who's made the best quality wrestling belts that you've actually seen on live TV and stuff. Those belts tend to run you anywhere starting at $1,200 to $1,500. Starting at $1,200 to $1,500. And then they're all nickel plated, high grade, the highest grade leather you can think of. So that's a huge difference versus a $300 belt and well, basically you just take the WWE version, which is a $150 belt, versus a real one, 10 times the quality and 10 times the price. So, and that's where we're at, guys. So I know a lot of you guys, well, that's probably the only way you'll ever own a real one, is by getting one of those very, very cheap model ones. But I'm here to say, if you are a hardcore wrestling fan, I would hold out and save your money for at least a minimum $300 belt or even a $400 belt. And right here, and like I said, this is like I said, this looks really nice on. I mean, it looks really nice on camera. Really, I got really high reflective gold leather, gold plates on it, and like I said, nice rubies. This one just looks really nice. Like I said, I can't wait to be able to one day get a display case where I can put them up on the wall like this right here and really enjoy looking at them every day. I actually got a place right here, right above my monitors, that I would clear the pictures off the wall just so I can place these two belts up there and everything. Yeah, you can shut it, baby. Well, she lasted longer than what I thought, guys. And real quick, before I quit talking about this belt, I'm going to show you the bag in which this one comes on. Both of them, that's the only thing I have to say about the next belt. The only negative thing I have it is the type of bag. And most belts you buy comes with this, it's kind of like, I don't even know the material. They try to make it look like the tote material, the canvas material, but it's not. It's like a cheap imitation canvas. But as cheap as these help make your belts last very, very long time. And they got a little zipper on the back, and you just lay them in there, and this really does. I've had both of these belts now over 3 years, almost 4 years, and like I said, they still look as good as the day I got them. So and this one right here, this one was actually a gift. Santiago Cirillo from The Walking Dead and my wife kind of went in together on a project and snuck it up on me one day, and just all of a sudden showed up, boom, with her. I got a package in the mail. I was like, I didn't order nothing. I mean, that was back in before I was really getting into toy restoration and stuff, so I wasn't having packages coming in all the time, so like I do now. But anyway, that box showed up, and I went and picked it up, and I opened it, and I was just like, where in the hell did this come from? So there's a big shock and a big surprise, which, like I said, I didn't think I'd ever get into buying belts, but I actually went in and bought this next one back here, because this one just stirred up so much old memories. Because like I said, the reason I got into professional wrestling was my huge love of the career of Ric Flair. Ric Flair was my idol, and amongst other wrestlers, but Ric Flair was the top dog ever, and he still, no one's going to ever outdo Ric Flair. You just can't outdo him. So I'll lay this right over here. And the next belt, speaking of Ric Flair, this belt right here was the whole reason I fell in love with professional wrestling. Right here. Guys, this right here, it don't get much better than this belt right here. This is this is actually, I think only 1,000 of these were made. They had a limited run of these. And boy, you just talk about this one. I told you about how the other one, the NWA belt was twice as heavy as the WWE belt. Well, this one is more than twice as much than this other one behind me. So this kind of lets you know the difference. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this one, they ran a special on these for only like $400, if I'm not mistaken. It was for what you're buying. Because I'm here to tell you, folks, this quality of belt here, it's anywhere between $800 to $1,000 worth of quality. And like I said, they only charge $400. And that's why I hurried up and got one. And the only thing that I kind of regret since I've gotten this thing is I actually, not long after I got it, I believe, I ran into Ric Flair up in Myrtle Beach at a convention. We were both at a convention together. And I did not have this with me. I didn't know that he was going to be there. So anyway, I missed out on a chance to get him to sign it. And since then, me and him, our paths just have not crossed. So I've been really wanting to really get out there and so I can run into him to get him to sign the back of it, man. That would just really add to the allure of this belt. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's, yeah, I might even actually have, because when I put these in glass cases, they're going to be flat. So I may have Flair. Yeah, this is the bottom button side. So I may have him sign it right there. Because like I said, I try not to even snap the buttons on this. I think me and only one or two other people has ever tried this on. So the snap button's only been snapped like 2 or 3 times at most. So, but they're high quality brass snaps. It's the exact same snaps that I use when I actually, I don't know if a lot of you toy guys know this, that I've made probably anywhere between a dozen and 15 replica belts for different companies and stuff. So that's another little thing that's actually kind of how I got into the toy business. I was actually doing the belts first, and it's kind of, when the belt business kind of slowed down, I just rolled right into the toy restoration business. But if you can get here a little closer here, kind of show you guys the quality here. 100% identical to the belt that Ric Flair, Harley Race, even Kerry Von Erich had it, I think 19 or 21 days. Just beautiful. You just don't get much better than this right here. It's even got the grommets in between the small plates. And look at the design on that leather here. Just amazing. And these were made by Premier, the official licensed replica belt. And I'll show you the back of it. It's even got, it's even hand sewn with their logo and everything on it. Let's see here. Just beautiful. Yeah, I try to keep me like a old soft t-shirt. And like I said, before I put them back in their bag, I give them a nice light little rub. Because like I said, you don't want to put your fingers all over this. It's fine to put your hands on it. But when you get ready to put it up, give it a nice light little rub down and everything. But like I said, being a professional wrestler, these were probably my other favorite belts are the NWA national belt, the one that Tully Blanchard had. If I'm not mistaken, he beat Dusty Rhodes for it, I think. Buddy Landell held it for a while. And actually the World Television belt, which is pretty much the same design. One had the mustard yellow paint, and the other one had the bright red with actually had two versions of it. It had a red front with a white back, if I'm not mistaken, or is red and red. I'm trying to remember, so long ago. And then the newer version had a black front with a red back on it, which that one really had a really nice nickel finish on it and very shined up, really. But both of them were $1,500 belts. And man, just the thought of shelling out $1,500 for a belt, man, that's. But if I was going to buy one of those, but I would love to see if they would make a quality version of this one back to $400. I'd probably spend $400 on both of those, at least one of them, and everything. But guys, I just want to do a short little video here to kind of show you guys, like I said, from my old wrestling years of love, that these belts right here is just amazing. Like I said, I never thought I was going to get into buying any of these, and like I said, when I got one as a gift, I kind of got hooked. But I have to say, most of the WWE versions you see coming out will not even come close to the quality of this one right here. It's 1/3 of the quality, and hence 1/3 of the price tag. And I mean, bottom line, you get what you're paid for. The only way you're going to get a belt, at least this quality right here, anywhere between $150 to $200. If you have someone, find someone on eBay or on the Facebook market who is desperate for cash and they just want to get rid of it. That's the only way you're going to find something of this quality just for a couple hundred. If not, actually, you're probably anybody that's going to, like I said, I wouldn't let this go. But if someone has this one right here, they probably would not let this go for anything under $750 if I had to guess, because that's the quality of this thing. Like I said, it's this beautiful, beautiful weight, and it's still not even near the 10 pounds ago. But this thing feels like it's a good about 7 pounds, I believe, versus the other 2 pounds of that WWE. Now, I wish I had that. Like I said, it looks nice. So if you, I mean, and I get that's why most of those people want that cheaper version. They want it to look nice on the wall. But like I said, me being an ex-professional wrestler, it's all about the quality, man. And this right here is the closest thing that anybody's ever going to get. This is I've heard so many other wrestlers talk about this. Was the premier replica version of Ric Flair's belt, and to have one of these, man, it is an honor to have this. Is just amazing. It just, man, you just can't help to hold it and put a smile on your face. But guys, I'm the Toy Smuggler. I just want to share this little video with you guys. And like I said, get out there, get on eBay, check Reggie Parks and David Mulligan. That's if you want a really nice quality. And they have clearance belts too, where people turn them back in. They might have a little scratch on them. And boy, they're like less than half off. Go check out their website. You'll find them easy. Check them out. They're beautiful. All right, guys, you have a great day.